Welcome to the world's modern-day Game of Thrones, where every nation is a player and every strategic location is a coveted throne. In the midst of this power struggle, Ukraine has become a prized possession, a battleground for the world's superpowers to claim dominance. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine has reignited fears of a return to the Cold War era, and the stakes have never been higher. Join us as we explore Ukraine's pivotal role in the current geopolitical scenario and how it may shape the future of the world's power dynamics. But before we start, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay connected. Let's get started. Ukraine's strategic importance. Ukraine's strategic location is like a magnet, drawing the attention of global superpowers like Russia, the European Union, and the United States. Its borders are shared with some of the most powerful countries in the world, including Russia, Poland, and Belarus, making it a crucial hub of geopolitical activity. But Ukraine's significance doesn't stop at its borders. The country lies at a crossroads between East and West, serving as a major transit route for energy supplies from Russia to Europe. Its pipelines and energy infrastructure play a pivotal role in the energy security of the region, and any disruption to this flow can have far-reaching consequences. The importance of Ukraine's energy infrastructure was highlighted during the 2009 gas crisis between Russia and Ukraine, which left much of Europe in the cold. The crisis served as a wake-up call for the European Union and other countries to diversify their energy sources and reduce their dependence on Russia. But Ukraine's strategic importance extends beyond energy security. Its location between Russia and the European Union has also made it a coveted prize in the ongoing power struggle between the two. Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014 and the ongoing conflict in eastern Ukraine serve as stark reminders of Ukraine's strategic importance and the lengths to which global superpowers will go to secure their interests. The conflict in Ukraine has also had broader implications for global relations. It has strained Russia's relationship with the West, leading to economic sanctions and diplomatic tensions. It has also highlighted the fragility of international agreements such as the Budapest Memorandum, which guaranteed Ukraine's territorial integrity in exchange for giving up its nuclear weapons. The conflict has also raised concerns about a potential return to the Cold War, with Russia and the West engaging in a new arms race and increased military posturing. The situation in Ukraine has become a proxy for the larger geopolitical struggle between Russia and the West, and any escalation could have dire consequences for global security and stability. Ukraine's role in the geopolitical landscape. Ukraine's role in the current geopolitical landscape is a fascinating and complex topic, shaped by the country's ongoing conflict with Russia and its pro-Western stance. The conflict has put Ukraine in the spotlight and made it a crucial player in the power politics of the region. As a pro-Western country, Ukraine has become an important partner for the European Union and the United States. The West sees Ukraine as a valuable ally in its efforts to contain Russia's influence in the region and promote democratic values. The West's support for Ukraine has been a source of tension with Russia, which sees Ukraine as part of its sphere of influence. Ukraine's strategic location and its natural resources have also made it a potential gateway for energy supplies from the Caspian Sea and Central Asia to Europe. This has attracted the attention of several countries, including China, which has been actively seeking to expand its influence in the region. China's Belt and Road Initiative, which aims to build a network of infrastructure and trade routes across Asia and Europe, includes plans for investments in Ukraine's transportation infrastructure and energy sector. The potential for Ukraine to become a key player in the energy sector has also sparked interest from the United States, which has been pushing for Ukraine to diversify its energy sources and reduce its dependence on Russia. The United States has been providing financial and technical assistance to Ukraine to help it develop its natural gas resources and increase its energy security. But Ukraine's role in the geopolitical landscape is not without challenges. The ongoing conflict with Russia has strained its relationship with its neighbor and resulted in economic sanctions and diplomatic tensions. The conflict has also led to a humanitarian crisis in eastern Ukraine, with thousands of people displaced and living in precarious conditions. Moreover, Ukraine's internal political divisions have also been a source of concern. Corruption and political instability have hindered the country's economic development and its efforts to deepen its ties with the West. Ukraine's relationship with Russia and its pro-Russian minority population in the east have also been sources of tension. The impact of the conflict. The conflict between Ukraine and Russia has been ongoing for several years now, and its impact on Ukraine's economy and political stability cannot be ignored. The annexation of Crimea and the ongoing conflict in eastern Ukraine have resulted in a significant loss of territory and resources for Ukraine, leaving the country struggling to recover from the effects of the conflict. But what exactly has been the impact of the conflict on Ukraine's economy? The annexation of Crimea, which was once a major source of income for Ukraine due to its oil and gas reserves, has resulted in a significant loss of natural resources for the country. This loss of resources has had a direct impact on Ukraine's energy security, with the country now heavily dependent on imports from other countries. Furthermore, the ongoing conflict in eastern Ukraine has led to a decline in foreign investment, further weakening Ukraine's economy. The conflict has made it difficult for businesses to operate in the region, and the uncertainty surrounding the situation has deterred many investors from putting money into Ukraine. The impact of the conflict on Ukraine's political stability cannot be ignored either. The annexation of Crimea and the ongoing conflict in eastern Ukraine have heightened tensions between Ukraine and Russia, leading to a rise in nationalism in Ukraine. Many Ukrainians view the situation as an attack on their sovereignty and territorial integrity, and this has led to a rise in anti-Russian sentiment. The conflict has also had a direct impact on Ukraine's relations with Russia. The annexation of Crimea and the ongoing conflict in eastern Ukraine have strained relations between the two countries, with Russia being accused of supporting separatist groups in eastern Ukraine. This has led to a breakdown in diplomatic relations between Ukraine and Russia, with both countries imposing economic sanctions on each other. The impact of the conflict on the wider region and the world cannot be ignored either. The conflict has the potential to destabilize the entire region, with the possibility of other countries getting involved. The United States and the European Union have imposed economic sanctions on Russia in response to its actions in Ukraine, leading to a deterioration in relations between Russia and the West. This has led to concerns about a possible return to the Cold War, with Russia and the West engaging in a new arms race. So what can be done to resolve the conflict? The situation is complex, and there is no easy solution. However, diplomatic efforts must be made to bring an end to the conflict. Ukraine and Russia must engage in meaningful dialogue to find a peaceful resolution to the conflict, and the international community must support these efforts. The ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia has had a significant impact on Ukraine's economy and political stability, as well as on the wider region and the world. The conflict has led to a loss of territory and resources for Ukraine, heightened tensions between Ukraine and Russia, and raised concerns about a possible return to the Cold War. The situation is complex, but diplomatic efforts must be made to find a peaceful resolution to the conflict. The future of Ukraine. The current conflict with Russia has had a significant impact on Ukraine's economy and political stability. The country has been struggling to recover from the effects of the conflict, and the annexation of Crimea has resulted in the loss of a significant portion of Ukraine's natural resources. The conflict has also led to a rise in nationalism in Ukraine and heightened tensions with Russia. Despite these challenges, Ukraine's pro-Western stance and strategic location make it a valuable asset for the European Union and the United States. One of the key challenges facing Ukraine is how to maintain a balance between its relations with the West and its neighbor to the east. Russia has historically had a strong influence in Ukraine and has been seeking to maintain its sphere of influence in the region. Ukraine's pro-Western stance and its desire to join the European Union and NATO have been seen as a threat by Russia. This has led to tensions between the two countries and a significant deterioration in their relationship. The European Union and the United States have been providing support to Ukraine in its conflict with Russia. The European Union has implemented a range of economic sanctions against Russia. and the United States has provided military aid and training to Ukrainian soldiers. These measures have helped to strengthen Ukraine's position in the conflict, but they have also increased tensions between Russia and the West. It remains to be seen whether the conflict can be resolved through diplomatic means or whether it will escalate into a full-scale war. Another major challenge facing Ukraine is its economy. The country has been struggling with a range of economic problems, including high inflation, high levels of debt, and a lack of foreign investment. The conflict with Russia has only made these problems worse, and the country has been relying on aid from the EU and the United States to keep its economy afloat. Ukraine will need to find a way to diversify its economy and attract foreign investment if it is to achieve long-term economic stability. Despite these challenges, there are reasons to be optimistic about the future of Ukraine. The country has a young and educated population, and it has a vibrant civil society. Ukraine has also made progress in implementing political and economic reforms, and there is a growing sense of national identity among Ukrainians. The country's desire to join the European Union and NATO has also helped to promote stability and democracy in the region. The future of Ukraine remains uncertain, and much will depend on the outcome of the ongoing conflict with Russia. Ukraine's strategic location and its natural resources make it a valuable asset for the European Union and the United States, but its relationship with Russia will continue to pose a challenge. Ukraine will need to find a way to maintain a delicate balance between its relations with the West and its neighbor to the East if it is to achieve long-term stability and prosperity. As we conclude our discussion on Ukraine's role in the current geopolitical landscape, it's clear that the ongoing conflict with Russia has put Ukraine in a pivotal position. The country's strategic location and natural resources have made it a valuable asset for both the West and the East, and its future remains uncertain. As tensions continue to simmer in the region, it's important to understand the complex dynamics at play and the potential consequences of this conflict. Only time will tell how Ukraine's role in the geopolitical landscape will continue to evolve and shape the future of the region. What steps do you think Ukraine should take in order to maintain its delicate balance between its relations with the West and its neighbor to the East? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. We hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked the video, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. We will meet you soon in a new video. Until then, stay happy and take care of yourself.